my name's Sarah. I'm one of the team here at Eden, and today I am reading an excerpt from Everyday Gospel, the Christmas Devotional by Paul David Tripp. Here it is. The book of Matthew provides us with one of the most familiar accounts in the Bible of the birth and infancy of Jesus. Now, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, "Where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him." When Herod the king heard this, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. All assembling all of the chief priests and scribes of the people, he inquired of them where the Christ was to be born. They told him, "In Bethlehem of Judea, for so it is written by the prophet, 'And you, O Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah. For from you shall come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel.'" Matthew chapter 2, verse 1-6. When Herod went to Old Testament scholars to inquire where the promised Messiah was to be born, they had no problem answering. They immediately quoted Micah chapter 5, verse 2. The promise of God, made through the prophet Micah many generations before, was specific, down to the exact town in which he would be born. The King of Kings wouldn't have a regal birth in a royal palace in Jerusalem with an adoring court at his cradle. No, the hope of the world would be born in the town of Bethlehem to a mother and father who were far from royalty of that day. Every detail of Jesus' birth was part of God's plan before the foundations of the earth were set in place. So the promises and prophecies of his birth were detailed. God is not like a fortune teller delivering a safe, generic prediction. No, these promises were made by the Lord of heaven and earth, who rules everything, everywhere, all the time. You see, the promises of God are only as good as the extent of his sovereignty, because he can guarantee the delivery of his promises only in situations over which he has rule. Because he rules everything, everywhere, all of the time, however, his promises are specific and rock solid.